What's popping in the streets, everybody? I believe therefore I am King Sylar. You already know what it is. Thank you for coming back. Part 2 with our guest, Mr. Trest himself. So, of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know your thoughts. Also, if you'd like to be on the show, leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd definitely love to have as many guests as we possibly can. So let's get into it. So, obviously, you're a man of many talents. You are a fighter and you're obviously a dancer. So let's start, I guess, with the easiest thing. So how long have you been dancing?
Every time someone asks me this question, it's always like, I have to think back, because I've been dancing since I was a kid, around since I was like 3 to like, I was just moving.
Is there a specific time to work? Because I always tell people, for me, I guess like you can obviously be dancing, you know, since you got into like, if you were taking like classes or ballet, whatever the case may be. I guess what was the point to where you were aware that you were around a community that you would consistently be surrounding yourself by?
Right, that's good actually. Around probably, I'm 28, 2013, 10 years now. Actually being in a bit active community, 12 years actually being in, because I moved from Fort Myers to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. And
that was the first time I've explored my dance in other areas around other dancers. Like, I was in school and I was the only nigga that was dancing. Like there was actually like a couple people, but like I was always like outcasted from them because all they did was jerking. And it was like the jerk era.
Damn, they have that.
Yeah.
I guess that did get to us here in Texas. So I never would have thought would have got to Florida. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like 2010, 2009, everybody started jerking. And I was just like, oh snap. Like, I started doing it too. I was like picking it up and I was doing it. But I always like, before that, I was like, like with my long ass, bro. And I was awkward looking when I was a jit. I didn't even look. I was so compact when I was starting to dance. But until like when I was dancing, when I was a kid, like I was just moving. I was just throwing myself sometimes and throwing kicks, you know, because I would always have inspiration from martial arts movies. But yeah, I was dancing and I actually got into a community when I moved to Fort Lauderdale, and there was this one dude that at the college I went to, his name was Shaq. I have such a love-hate relationship with this dude because he used to always tell me I was ass and I just sucked and I need to stop dancing. But he was like,
we all got that one.
That
one person you never forget.
That one person, you know, and it's like I fucking love Shaq. Like he's one of those people, like we both had like high extreme ADHD, so I understand him. He just says shit. Like he just can't help it. He just says shit, you know? And I'm just like, I get you, because my mind does that all the time. I just kind of know how to get it here sometimes. But he would always do that, but then he would always be brutally honest with me when I was just trash. And I was just like, God damn, like bro, like I'm trying my best. Let me live, you know? Like, let me do my thing.
I know someone who says that all the time. It's crazy to think about, man. Let me live.
Right. Let me just breathe or figure it out, bro. Like, and interestingly enough, he invited me to this thing called House of Drums. And it was like every single Tuesday night. They just had it every single Tuesday night. Never failed for like 10 years. Every single Tuesday night. People would just show up, different dance styles. This is like when it was before this, it was hard to get different dance styles to come together, especially like popping, b-boy, and like other styles to come together and dance. And with this one, everybody came out, and the house DJ would usually play house music, but then another DJ would, you know, it would mix it up, you know, but sometimes, usually it's house. But it was just like beautiful house. It's like deep house, and also like the type of house that makes you really tap into who you are past like whatever you are, you know. So that was my first experience in the community, and that's kind of what shaped me, was like kind of that freedom,
Was that your
space.
What What was your first genre dance that you picked up, or whether it's just kind of you were picking up as you went along?
I was picking up, and the first thing I kind of did seriously was popping.
Okay.
Like actually like practicing and training and like learning how to hit and learn the foundation of popping, you know. And I was doing that. Before I used to always try and b-boy, but a long nigga was, for y'all long niggas that b-boy, thank you. Like, cause you understand how hard it is to sometimes just do shit randomly. But I always try. Like I always try because I did capoeira for a while and I love that style of movement and it was very similar to b-boy.
Right.
So popping was the first one. I was just like, oh, I like this shit. Like I'm gonna sit in it for a little bit, you know, kind of.
Right.
And I loved it. But I would always branch off and dance, like however I wanted to dance. Like sometimes like every time I would enter a popping battle, everybody would be like, yo, you snap. But it's like, I wouldn't get through because I would be like not really hitting as much as I should be.
Gotcha.
Because I'm just like, damn, I gotta follow this cadence
right.
for a whole minute.
Yeah.
Like my ADHD is all over the place. I want to go.
Right.
Like, but it's like you gotta, that cadence is important to the foundation.
Yeah.
You know? But popping, but experimental was like on top of my like list of like what I really did from the beginning since I was a kid. I just always experimented with shit.
So how is now that, I mean, obviously you've been here for a little bit, how is because I do hear a lot of interesting stories. I hear a variety of stories from a lot of people that are from Florida. How different is the movement from Florida as versus to being out here in Texas?
That's a really good question.
I've been told that like Dallas is, everywhere I go, that I understand that we're not the most hardcore. We don't have like the numbers or whatever the case may be, but everywhere that I go, and maybe I see it, but at the same time, I guess I can say I don't necessarily like it that much, because I've heard so many people call Dallas like the stomping grounds. Everybody loves to describe Dallas as we're very conceptual, but we don't necessarily have like the most traditional dancers or whatever the case may be. We don't have like any like super worldwide, but like people come here to see the melting pot or be a part of the melting pot. So I kind of see it, you know, a couple years ago when people started saying, because I heard it from like people from Florida. I heard it from people that were on the East Coast as well. They were just like, yeah, y'all aren't like super traditional or anything like that, but it's just like y'all have a very unique way of approaching dance. So like, how does that look to you compared to like where you're already from?
It's actually interesting because coming here kind of exposed me to a lot of natural experimentative people. You know, like from what I perceive as experimental, like a lot of like the movement of people down here in Dallas do is like, naturally you guys are not like really trying to focus on too much like competition in a way where it's just like, oh, I'm trying to like eat these niggas up type shit. Right. But you guys are very like, let me move and do my thing, you know, like with a lot of different styles. From people I've kind of experienced, like even like people in specific styles that do like, you know, specifically crumb or do specifically pop. You guys are kind of like approach it very a little bit not slower tempo, but more your own pace tempo in a sense. In Florida, like Florida was very competitive. Like for me, like growing up over there, they're very competitive. It's just like there's crews, like there's many crews, and there's many people that are trying to smoke niggas, and they have beef. They call each other out. They talk a lot of shit. So if you don't come a certain way, no one's really trying to look at that, you know. And it's like one of those things I grew up in where it's like, I kind of gotta come at these niggas and eat them, like really like come at them a certain way, really shout my name from the mountaintop so people can understand and give me my respect type shit, like in different ways. You
the home, bro, I'm gonna let you know, because we be getting people on this channel, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you done set off like the pause meter like 50 times, bro. Like,
bro, what did I say? What did I say? Wait. Tell me after.
Earlier when you said, you know, us long niggas. So I was like, whoa. Oh, man.
I just be saying shit, bro.
I understand, bro.
If you catch it, by all means,
it's all good. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just look at the camera.
Just gonna put like a counter up here. I'm just going. Ding.
I might.
Fuck. All right, so
it's all good.
besides, I'm gonna try to keep a watch on it because I'm Jamaican too. So it's like my buddies over there in the yard house. They're gonna probably call me out and be like, "Hey, yo,
right,
lightning, bro. Like, please."
But no, I feel that, man, because I mean, like I said, I've met a lot of people from Florida and stuff like that, and they've told me that, you know, coming out here and like the scene, they're just like, man, y'all move great. We enjoy the quality. It's just I'm looking for the hardcore intensity ciphers and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, we're trying, man, but it's just like everybody kind of moves to the beat of their own drum out here, so to speak. So, have there been any? Have you had any hard battles out here so far? Like anything that like you felt pushed in any, I guess, well, maybe that's a better question. Like what realm, I guess, when you came out, or what specific thing when you came out to Dallas has pushed you the most? Like, is anything like Dallas is kind of exposed in your own craft?
Planting my feet in a different area of my own craft. Because in Florida, I've kind of established my identity a little to the point where it's just like people know what I'm about. Right. Like wherever I go, you're gonna see this. Right. Like this is what you're gonna get. Like you're gonna see some weird shit. You know? Right. Even for as weird as Florida is, I'm one of the niggas there that's like one of the weirdest. Where as far as like my style is very
abstract.
Yeah, it's very abstract. My mind kind of goes in abstract places naturally. So it's like it goes areas where it's like even I kind of don't know what it is, and it's deep into the unknown, and then it's like we'll figure it out together, type thing. But coming here, planting my feet in that same essence without people really knowing like that, because everybody kind of got exposed to me here, but no one really was like has had my essence kind of sink into them, like as far as like who I am. Relax. Yo, relax. You ain't got. You don't gotta do me like that. Ooh, man. You said my ass sink into the man.
Oh man, fire! Let's go. Woo, yeah, it's great.
Hey, I'm gonna just live with this. You feel me? Like y'all are just gonna hear it. I ain't gonna hold back. But you feel what I mean, though?
I got you.
Like, kind of like when you know someone for a long time, you know them. You know, like if they text you, you know how they text you. You feel me? If I like over there in Florida, they're kind of like we all grown around each other, so it's like everybody kind of knows what I'm about. So it's easier for me to just tap in if I need to. Like, all right, say fuck you, tap in. Right. Over here, it's like so interesting because planting my feet here, like I can tap in by myself because you dance by yourself enough times, you realize the difference between this is me really in it, even if it doesn't look good, or this is me not really feeling it, even if it does look good. Yeah, you know, and over here, I'm just like, damn, I need to feel myself out again, like in a different place where no one knows me. You know, look, that was good. That was fine. That was light. That wasn't even heavy. Come on, like. I'm at like 35 right now. Combo breaker. I'm at like 35.
Right. That's fair. But yeah, no, I mean that definitely makes sense, man. Because I mean, I think for sure going to other states. I think when I got to the East Coast, they definitely have obviously East Coast, like they're naturally kind of aggressive out there and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I read a book about it, and there was this guy. He was just pretty much talking. He said the only reason why East Coast people are really aggressive is because they're literally like stacked on top of each other, like close quarters all damn day. And then being like on the East Coast, obviously there's a lot of cities and stuff like that. It's colder, you're close to the ocean, whatever the case may be. The pollution is worse. Like, it's much more expensive on that side of town. And of course, like, there's not as much sun. So, I mean, a lot of people are subject to depression and like mood swings and stuff like that out there. So I was just like, okay, well, we're never moving to the East Coast. That's for sure. Unless it's a really great opportunity. But Yeah, being out there, like, I mean, they're like really hardcore. And it's kind of one thing I hate to shit like that, but it's like, it always kind of makes me laugh how, like, I think, is it Flexing, the one that has all the hat moves and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, Flexing usually has hat.
It trips me out, like, how aggressive they are. And I'm like, bro, you're not dancing. You just hit me with a bunch of hat tricks. Like, yeah, what's up, nigga? We outside, nigga. What's up, bro? And they'll doom, 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 doom. I'm just like, bro, you can't be seriously, like, you can't talk like that, bro, and hit me with a hat move, bro. Like, you can't be that aggressive doing that, bro.
It's funny you say that, because it's like South Florida is, even though it's on the east, but it's like south, it's still the south.
We don't get into that.
Yeah.
That's a conversation. We don't get that, but please finish with it.
Yeah. It's interesting. We kind of move different from that, but we're so close to it in a way. So it's like, we just think of it so differently, because we have people that dance like that essence also in Florida, but it's just mixed up. Yeah. So it's like, oh snap, like, okay, hat tricks, blah, blah, blah. It's like a lot of people from the East Coast came down to Florida.
Gotcha.
And gave us a lot of like knowledge on their styles, and it kind of spread into other people's styles, you know? And we're just like, sometimes like with the East Coast and the hat movements and the concepts, the conceptualizing, we're like, damn, bro, they're not dancing and they're battling. But it's like, it's hard for me to like, you're not dancing though, you know? So sometimes we get on them for that, but at the same time, we do respect the concepts, because it's like, there's some dope concepts that they make.
Oh yeah.
There's some dope concepts that they make, and it's just like, oh, that's cool. You know, sometimes the concepts go out the window when it's like my attention span is now looking at what your opponent is looking at you doing, you know? But it's like the concepts when they're like trained on and it's like they're precise, you know, it's like, all right, I see you, but you can't outdance me though. Like any day you can't outdance me, you know? It's like,
I told them all the time, I was like, this is great, you know, but it's just like, the idea of like music playing in the background and you're not interacting with it, you're just simply, you know, messing around with your hat, like that bothers my soul. And I know I'm technically kind of shitting on an entire culture, community right now, or style, but it's like, what's the point? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, and you have the audacity to call that dancing? Like, oh, I'm a dancer. What you do? I like beat. Man, all right, we'll play a track. No, play some light feed music. And it's just like a repeated, just like drum and a synthesizer. And you're just like, you're a juggler.
See, I feel you.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
Yeah, you definitely gonna get blasted.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one.
I feel you, you know? And it's like, I respect all styles, because it's like, there's different spectrums of movement for sure. Like, as someone who's learned dance, like from the essence of dance, of literally grooving and kind of like just bobbing, you know, really having that tempo. It's like, when you learn the concepts and kind of get around that conceptual type dancing, you can dance in the concepts.
Gotcha.
So it's like, you can kind of move with it, but also like the movement goes to the beat still. And it's like, it's, instead of it being like a groove, it's more of like a dun, 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 dun. It's like one of those, like, you're dancing with it kind of, and it can, sometimes it feels tasteless. It feels like Sprite, or it feels like, not Sprite.
Sprite, oh, like Sprite's amazing. I love Sprite.
That's Sprite. Tonic water.
Gotcha.
Like not Sprite, but it's like you're drinking like, carbonated water.
Gotcha.
But as someone like, you like anime. You love anime. You see the concepts that they're doing. Someone that like really likes anime, like, I appreciate the concepts, because it's like, it's kind of like resembles that sometimes when you create things. So,
I feel that.
I feel you. You're gonna get blasted though, but I feel you.
Yeah, listen, I'm
no. What the fuck, bro? Hey, you over there. Yeah, after you over there.
Either way, we're definitely paying for that. Your comments and then what I just said over. I'm sorry, y'all. It is what it is. It ain't nothing that y'all don't know at this point, but it is. We'll see you on the next one.
I love other styles.
Disclaimer: we love styles.
We love styles.